It seems that with every passing minute, the Western Pacific is getting more and more active. Not only is Maysak heading straight toward the Korean Peninsula, a new tropical storm has formed south of Japan, and that storm could also hit the Korean Peninsula as a strong typhoon. Now, before we get into where these two storms are, what their forecasts are, and what their possible impacts, I would appreciate if you would like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Okay, so since I've already covered a lot about Maysak, and since that storm's forecast hasn't changed much from yesterday, I'll focus on the new storm first. That storm is called Tropical Storm Haishen, and it formed last night. Haishen is currently located in the Philippine Sea, directly southeast of Kyushu, the southernmost of the main Japanese islands. It is forecast to head southwest and then west over the next couple days while it strengthens into a low-end typhoon. After that, however, it will quickly move northwest as it undergoes rapid intensification, eventually peaking as a Category 4 typhoon before it makes landfall on Kyushu this weekend. The forecast cone stops at Kyushu, but if you continue drawing a line in that general direction, you'll see it track directly across the Korean Peninsula, which would make Haishen the second typhoon in a week to do so. What intensity it tracks across the peninsula, however, is uncertain. Now, let's look at Maysak. Right now, Maysak is a Category 4 located between Okinawa and South Korea, and it's projected to make landfall tomorrow as a high-end Category 2 equivalent typhoon. Latest forecasts show Maysak retaining typhoon status across the entire Korean Peninsula, of which it is not expected to move off of, and considering how close we are to landfall, that's unlikely to change. That isn't good, because combined with Haishen, impacts could be pretty serious. Speaking of impacts, what exactly can the Korean Peninsula, as well as Kyushu, expect? Well, in Kyushu's case, the main impacts will be strong winds as well as some rain when Haishen passes through. However, the main concern is the Korean Peninsula. At this time, both storms could be at similar intensity when they reach the peninsula, and both could trek across the entirety of it. While the wind is concerning, as people in both Koreas can expect typhoon-force winds twice in 1 week, perhaps the much worse threat is heavy rain. You see, the Koreas have recently seen a devastating monsoon season that has already produced severe flooding issues, and rainfall from both storms will only make the threat worse. The worst part? People have barely any time to recover from Maysak before Haishen hits. The end result could be extreme damage in both countries, especially in North Korea. And with that concludes this update video on the Western Pacific. As always, I would appreciate if you would like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay tuned for future content. Thanks and have a great day.